Hey, my friends, how would your life be different if you had 5 times as much energy as you currently do? How would that change your marriage, your friendships? How would that change work? How would that just change the way you feel throughout the day? How would that change the way you engage with life or the goals you go after? Right? I just finished a powerful coaching session with one of my clients about ramping up our energy and the fact that you guys and I wish I would have known this years ago. Before I understood what I'm about to tell you, like I just kind of went through life like you're just existing, right? You're kind of in survival mode and you're just going along, and every once in a while you feel good and like, woohoo, that's great. But a lot of times you just kind of you feel like you're dragging yourself through the day, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if I could just make it to the end of the day, and then if I could just make it to the end of the week, and then the weekend, and but then things go off on the weekend, then you're like Mondays, right? And before I understood this concept, I was just surviving, just existing with an occasional burst of excitement. But when I finally realized that you and I are generators, we're energy generators. We have the power and capacity not to have energy, but to generate it. That we can create it. That it's in our power to raise our energy levels. And all we need is a few tools and strategies. But most of us have never been introduced to that idea. And so we just go along actually in kind of self-sabotage mode, where we're perpetually doing things that tank our energy and we don't even realize it. Doesn't that blow your mind? That most people are living far below their potential when it comes to energy. And they don't even know it. And many people have never even experienced the kind of energy they could be enjoying every day. Whoa! So how do we do it? How do we generate tons of energy? Well, it's not just physical. It's also mental and emotional and spiritual and even social. We can actually generate energy from all of those sources. And so there's little tools and strategies, things we can do day in and day out as habits and training that can really ramp up our energy levels. So a couple physical things. Cut out sugars and junk. The more, and I know sugar gives you like this high, right? And caffeine gives you this high, but then it always has a low after it. It always has a price tag there. So just eat more vegetables, less processed food, less junk food, less fast food, lower sugars, caffeine and sugary drinks, sodas. Those things, they feel good, they taste good, but they're actually, over a long term, they're tanking your energy. And then intense, vigorous exercise. And even if you don't like exercise, just movement, even dancing around, put on a song and dance, moving your body fast in an excited way will actually generate energy over the long term. So eat good food, get plenty of good sleep, and then get some vigorous exercise. Watch what happens. Do that for a couple weeks. Just trust me on this one. Try it. Just do a fast. Do a sugar fast. Do a soda fast. Do a caffeine fast. And I promise, whenever we do something like that, the first couple of days, the body's like, what are you doing to me? But just trust me, hold on to it, right? And watch how it transforms your energy, and you're eating good, sustainable foods. Mentally, we often go through the day with saying to ourselves negative things. We're constantly affirming or declaring negative things like, oh, I'm so dumb. I always do things wrong. That's just my luck. And, those other people are so lucky. That never happens to me. Or, oh, why can't I do this? And we say these negative things to ourselves, and it always has a negative energy. It always has a negative energy. What we say, what we think has energy in it. We're often declaring and affirming negative things. And so we switch it. And the same with our bodies, right? We have to feed and exercise our bodies. The same is true with our minds. We have to feed and exercise our minds. Here's the powerful lesson. You are always feeding and exercising your mind, but most of us just not doing it very effectively. We're consuming lots of negative things, lots of pessimistic things, Like one distinguished doctor said, he said, most of us are consuming an unending stream of visual trash. And so we're just consuming all this stuff. It affects us. It always does. It has an energy. And so in order to raise our energy levels mentally, we consume really good stuff. So cut out the junk. So here's my challenge. Do a media fast. Just cut out the junk. No watching. Don't watch the news. Don't watch any negative programs. Anything that's just dark or blah, or just not positive. Cut it out. Just try this. Do an experiment. Consume only good positive stuff. So get great books. I got stacks of great books here. Just read from a great book every day. Then your mental exercise, you are memorizing good things, learning a new language, and saying to yourself positive mental things, like things I've been saying for literally 2 decades. I'm awake, energized, and alive. I'm healthy and strong. Right? I'm kind, I'm passionate, I'm engaged, I'm present, I'm thoughtful. I love life. I love life. And you can just say things like that. Now, it sounds elementary. It sounds kind of silly. And it might even be like, well, I don't. So why am I saying that? So I'm lying. And what it is you're transferring the negative statements we say to ourselves all the time because we have this self-talk. And you're just switching to the positive. And it's just a choice. At the end of the day, it's always a choice. We can say positive things to ourselves or we can say negative things. We can be cynical and critical and pessimistic about the world, or we can be positive and optimistic. It's a choice. Why not choose positive? Feels way better. So you can generate energy mentally. And so this, even and especially when I'm feeling like tired and sore and I have low energy, I say to myself mentally, I'm awake, energized, and alive. I'm awake, energized, and alive. And I create mental energy. And then I move my body. And you can just do arm swings. You can tap your chest and your body. You can do deep breathing. And if you bounce in place, you see athletes doing it. You see Olympians doing it. You see top performers doing it. They're generating energy. So if you need to engage with your kids and you're feeling exhausted, and you know this, like what kind of engagement with clients or kids, what kind of things come out of this? And we become irritable and we're not pleasant to be around. That's not who we want to be. That's low energy. And so we end up spreading low energy to others. We don't want to do that. So before I engage, I'm going to physically move my body, get excited, eat something good, drink some more water. I'm going to say things mentally. I'm going to get engaged. And then you can do the same emotionally. Generate the emotions and the spirituality. And basically, you're bringing it from all sides. You're going to raise your energy levels way up so that you're engaged with life. And I come back to my very first question. How will your life be different if you have 5 times as much energy? It changes everything. It brings in the tide that lifts everything. And when we can generate that energy, and there's no limit to how much energy we can generate, we generate energy in our lives, it has a positive effect on everything else in our lives. You guys, it's awesome. Remember, training for greatness. Train for greatness. Make this happen. Reach upward. Love you.